Greetings, salutations, good day, and hi, and welcome to a brand new series here on this vTuber Racing Project channel. Now, we have done Hololive racing a lot. We've done racing with independent vTubers. We even touched upon Nijisanji racing. Now we're gonna have some fun with some smaller agencies, smaller Western agencies. Have them compete together. Why not, in some very nice racing around many different circuits. We have ourselves Tsunderia. We have ourselves Production Kawaii. We have Phase Connect. And we have PRISM Project. And what do you get when you combine these agencies together and have them compete in this racing series? You get the CorpoCar World Series. Welcome, welcome everyone. My name is Dag the Pig. If you're just joining us here, welcome, welcome. We're going to get set to race the first 3 of 15 rounds in this series. Was planning on taking a break for this month, but the prospect of smaller corpo agencies racing is just the temptation of seeing them race is just way too great. So here we are, streaming. We are about to begin. Let's just open up the game because a couple of lads just showed up in the viewers count. So we were supposed to have 5 small agencies on hand, but as you may have read, Cyberlive recently rebranded to Etheria, became an independent agency. You might see 1 or 2 members from that agency compete in IndieCar since it's an independent agency now. But we have still have the other 4 agencies. Now, preparation for the series was a bit complicated with the major shakeup of talents. Going independent or retiring or moving to different agencies. We were originally supposed to have a roster size of around like 47 members, but a few Tsunderia members went indie. And as you know, Cyberlive going indie, and then the issue with Nina Macarano of Kawaii planning her graduation and then abruptly being cut off from the agency altogether because of silly stuff. So we have just a 35 member grid here for this series. Anyway, let's get things underway with the first round. We are going to St. Petersburg. 1.8 mile, 14 turn course. And I don't know why the camera is way too close to the rear of that car. Looks a bit stupid in my opinion. I want a wider view of the surroundings. Just waiting for qualifying to begin. Now, among these 35 drivers, 30 will get to race in each round. Let's follow along with Akaluto of PRISM Project, as we have a nice view of the circuit. We was originally going to have 15 to 20 minutes racing rounds, but decided to have some fun with the usual 20 to 25 minute rounds. Now this is supposed to emulate the Champ Car World Series, the old Champ Car World Series. But we're just gonna use the usual rolling starts and number of laps. We're not gonna even bother with the timed races and standing starts. For this series, I like the other method better. Anyway, that was a quick lap. That was a quick lap. We're qualifying by good old Luto, who has some relationship with Gagara. Her mama is, as you know, Nacho Nucko, who just recently won the IndyCar Series Championship last month. Congrats once again, Nacho. I'm sure Gura and the others related to her must be really happy, including Luto. Anyway, let's see who will qualify for this race. And these results make no sense. We need a grid of 30 drivers. We need a grid of 30 drivers, and 22 just won't cut it. Let's try this again. We need a grid of 30 drivers, and for these 5 right there, they won't qualify for this opening race. So, no Tsunderia, no Izakoma, no Hakushika Iori, no Amiya Arana, sadly. No Noshinoshiki. And yes, we do have a bonus point for pole position in this race. And look at that, it's Amar Sayuri. Amar Sayuri, one of the 2 new members of FaZe Connect, FaZe Invaders, along with Kaneko Lumi, who will start off 10th. So at pole for this opening race is Amar Sayuri. 2nd from Tsunderia, Unikai Purin. 3rd from PRISM Project, Kamisho Rita. 4th, Chikafuji Lisa. 5th, Nagari Sarah. 6th is, of course, Luto. And then Riko Shelia, Iku, Aoi, Lumi, Yura, Lua, Tomoya, Pipkin Pippa will start off 14th. Beep, 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 beep. And then Charlotte, Menno, Miami, Namiji, Ruka, Nana Amano, and then we have Reina and Shi and Bina. And then Utatane Nasa, Kamizuki Naki, and Tetsuya Kazune. And finally, Amamachi Hanabi, Shisui Michiru, and Anon Non. That's your grid for this opening race at St. Pete. We're going to race through 19 laps, or a maximum time limit of 25 minutes, whichever we reach first. All right, we're all set to go. The grid is up. Let's get racing. First of 15 rounds in the CorpoCar World Series. So here we go. Safety car leads everyone off. Let's fast forward a bit. Oh, forgot about the AI car. Let's speed up a bit midway through this pace lap. So the winner of this race will earn 50 points. Second, 42. Third will get 38 points. Top 25 drivers will score. There's no minimum number of laps to complete in order to get points. Wherever you finish, you'll get points, provided you finish in the top 25. Anyway, we are set to begin here. We're just waiting for the safety car to pull in, and then we will begin the first round of CorpoCar. Here we go, safety car pulling up. Here we have the green flag being waved CorpoCar is underway here at St. Pete. Led by Inukai Purin. Very good start by her. Going on to turn number 1, and we have debris flying everywhere. Already, Chikufuji Lisa is vulnerable. She doesn't have a rear wing. These cars are slightly slower than Indy cars. But that doesn't mean it has less action. In testing, I've seen a lot of great overtakes for everyone. 5 new drivers here. I don't know why the sky keeps changing from midday to sunsets when we reach that intersection of the circuit. As we see Purin of Tsunderia have the lead after this opening lap. Inukai Purin, Kaneko Lumi, Tokimoi Aoi are top 3. Tsunderia, Face Connect, and PRISM Project. With a few cars understandably having to pit. Amano, Lisa, Shelia, Yura, Lua, Eska, Nen, Luto, Hippa. How close these 3 drivers are. Aoi pushes ahead into the lead. Kaneko Lumi recovers, goes up to second. As the sky abruptly changes colors again. Why is Purin dragging her right wheels across that wall? Oh, Purin has to hit. Well, bringing Amaris Yuri. So the top 3 are the 2 phase invaders. But Aoi of PRISM Project has to lead by 0.824. No one is out of it yet. It's still early on in this race as we see close racing towards the rear of the grid by some of these drivers. Careful about the debris there. Just scanning across the grid. Non! What a jump! 23 spots up to 7th. Kaneko Lumi jumps to the lead now. Boy, it would be a real big statement if both Lumi and Yuri finish in the top 3 at the end of this race. Of course, we still got to 15 and a half laps to sit through, as Lumi will drop down a bit. It's still early on here. Ibuki Meno jumps to 3rd. Oh, a bit of bumping! And Kaneko Lumi loses her front wing. And she seems to be slowing down a bit. Yes, a few cars are jumping ahead of her as Aoi continues her lead. Full sitter Amarisiri doing pretty good at 2nd. Commissioner Rita is 30th. Did about pick see who would win the series, who would finish dead last in the series. Bot pick had Commissioner Rita finish dead last in the series, and so far it's holding up as she's 30th. Down one lap behind Aoi, Yuri, and Menno. So PRISM, FaZe, and PRISM. As we lose a car, Reina's son has crashed out already. So no score for her. One car down already. There's a few more cars that have to be behind by one lap. Man, the first part of the race is being dominated by PRISM Project members. Not much in the way of Kawaii or Tsunderia. Highest Kawaii member so far is Shigecho at P9, and for Tsunderia it's Tetsuya Kazune at P11. And Tokimonori Aoi doesn't have a rear wing. That will allow Rita to go back to the lead lap. Hoshifuriku of PRISM goes up to P3. Menno drops down a bit to 4. We have 3 rounds for today. Next we're going to Barber for road course racing. And then for round 3 we're going to Homestead. Look how close these two are. 0.037 it showed up as Yuri goes back to the lead. Almost here of the FaZe Invaders. Look at my Aoi is not yet going to the pit. She's still way up there. But she'll let Menno pass her by. So Miami goes up to P5. Yuri. Boy, she knows how to drive. She seems good at the first-person shooters. I think she might be good at driving as well. We haven't lost another driver other than Reina's son in this race. Unfortunately for Pipa fans, she's currently outside of the points. Kanako Lumi has dropped somewhat to 18th. Remember, top 25 in each of the 15 races will score points. Maximum number of points you can earn in a race is 51. That's by starting off the race at pole position and then winning that round. Mercedes started off at pole position. She's currently leading as we approach the halfway point. The lead is now up to over 3 seconds now. As we lose another driver. Oh, that's Luto. Luto goes down. So that's 2 out of the race already. Luto and Reina's son. And do remind me to turn on replays after this round, because I'm pretty sure I forgot to turn them on before we began here. Nine to go. Yuri lead is 2.312. So it's Yuri, Menno, and Iku. As we have a brief look at some of the action later in the grid. Do you like Utatani Ness's color scheme, lads? Quite unique among the drivers. So far, so good for the Phase Invaders member. The one of 2 new members of Base Connects. Previously at CyberLive, she and Lumia originally left CyberLive to become indie, but that lasted all of like 1.5 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks before they made a surprise announcement that they were going to Base Connect, and here they are. And our race series lead is getting ever so larger. 7.5 seconds, no, 9 seconds now. As I don't even know what happened here. 18, make that 17 drivers in the lead lap. Well, Rinko Ashoya and Namiji Parisia are both 2 laps behind. As Aoi gets stuck. Wasn't she like second at one point? Oh, she's just getting bumped all around. And she gets stuck again, and she gets T-boned by Ashelia. Oh, this is just terrible. Oh, man. Curran goes upside down. Oh, those 2 drivers certainly have seen better days. Aoi and what's her name? Curran. As Yuri shockingly has to hit, despite holding a 14-second lead at that last point. Oh, what a shame. Ooh, careful. Hanami just rear-ended Shiicho. Pina jumps a couple spots up to P2. But I don't even know if she will have to pit after this lap. There's like 5 more after this one. And no pitting this time for the top 2. So it's Chiyocho, Bengenpina, Nana Amano goes to P3. So it's 2 production Kawaii members in the top 3. Sandwiching a penguin from PRISM. Bengenpina very close to Chiyocho. She's gonna make a move here. She goes back to the lead. Or maybe it's or maybe she's in the lead for the first time this race. Oh, it's all happening here. Oh my goodness! No! No! Nana Amano is out of the race early on in the series. Oh, I hate to see it. Unfortunate. Another casualty of open wheel champ car style racing. You hate to see it. You just hate to see it. And Nana's car goes back to pit, so we've already lost 3 drivers. 3.5 laps to go. Marcieri has gone back up to P4. Wants to catch up to Pina, but she slips a wee bit as she pits Ricardo Yura of phase. Goes into the lead effective. Marcieri is a distant second. Has to pass the lapped car of Nabiji Frisia first before trying to deal with Yura, Yuri, and Charlotte Suzu, the top 3. With 2.5 to go. Gap, 3.539. PRISM, Phase Connect, Kawaii, the top 3. Now, there's not only going to be an overall championship in this series, but there's going to be separate championships for the individual agencies, as well as tragically we'll lose another driver. This is just tragic. Losing Nana Amano and Chikafuji Lisa in the same race. Awful start to this series. From a second row start, all the way to scoring nada. As Marcieri regains the lead. Actually, we lost more than 5 cars now. So it's probably just going to be minimum points for Lisa. As Amarasuri triggers the white flag being waved. 1 to go. Marasuri. Pretty good start to the series for her. Five-second lead for Amarasuri of the Phase Invaders. Just half a lap to go. A win from pole position for the maximum 51 points. And here she goes, the last couple turns now. Onto the last turn, onto the hairpin, onto the main straightaway. That's the race. Amarasuri wins the opening round of CorpoCar from pole. What a statement start for the new member of Base Connect. Maximum 51 points. Who will come home second? It will be Hanabi with third Charlotte Suzu. So it's Base Connect, Tsunderia, and Kawaii top 3. With Ibuki Meno of PRISM Project 4. Margin of victory, 27 seconds for Amarasuri. Congratulations to her. Race not over. We're still waiting for a few drivers to finish their stop at pit lane. And then finishes 10th, and they're just gonna delay our finish in this round with their pit stop. So Lisa will ultimately come away with just 3 points. As we stop the music, just let the finish pad out. Luaska's done. Shiacho. We'll finish. We're done here for this round. So we're gonna have to type in names, and hopefully the names are typed in correctly. Yuri, congratulations, winner from pole, 51 points. Amamachi Hanabi, second. Charlotte Suzu, third. What a way to begin this series with Amarasuri, one of the more popular, smaller corpo members, getting a race win here at St. Pete! Lua, she... Ina, Iruka, Pippa, Tomoya, Naki, Miami, Sarah, Non, Kawaii, Lumi will ultimately finish 22nd. Lisa will get consolation points. Groshelia, Kamiji Frisia, Purin, Nessa, Amano, Luto, and Reina. as hopefully the points are inserted properly. Top 3 once again, I'm Arsiri, I'm Amachi Hanabi, and Charlotte Suzu. Okay, where is the file? Where's the file? There you are, and that looks good to me, I think. Come on. There we go. I want the names to be messed up somewhat. So, a bonus point for Matsuri as she finished at pole, so we're good to go here. And as we go away from this circuit, because we've seen enough of it, we are going to Barber Motorsports Park next. $17 laps. Just a moment, just I need to insert the numbers properly. There we go. Actually, no, insert one column left. Got it, yeah, gotta do a bit of fixing, if you don't mind. And remove the background. What the heck? No. How do I adjust the text color? How do I adjust the text color? There you go. Okay. Alright, alright, things make more sense now. Well, we will. I don't know, and I feel like before the end of this series, half the grid is going to graduate or be absorbed into one big corpo. That's why I'm having this done now. I need to... gotta get this done quickly, cause you never know what crazy shit will happen. Barber Motorsports Park, road course racing. And here we are. That's at Barber Motorsports Park. It's 2.366 miles, 16 turns. Has a rather silly-looking shape on the grid, as far as I'm concerned. Let's follow along with Reina Sun of Kawaii as we have a nice look at the circuits. Goes clockwise. We'll go through the other side of the main area. Gotta watch out for the traffic cones, and then Go through these twists and turns. There's a small kink on the road that you gotta mind as you go through the outer section of the circuit. I expect quite a few elevation changes along the way. We go down and up, turn right, and then right more. And there's the entrance to pit lane. Anyway, one more right-hand turn and one more left-hand turn, and whoopsie doodles, you've made it through a lap here at Barber. Now let's bring in the grid for this race. That will not work. That will definitely not work. We need 30 drivers. And look at that! The previous race winner's curse has extended to this new racing series. As Mercier fails to qualify for this race. Man, you just hate to see it. Oh, he misses out. Nijisanji Sarah will not race this time. Mercier gets the previous winner's race curse. Uzuki Tomoya is a no-show. And Kamizuki Naki will miss. So let's see who's pole. Well, it's the PRISM Project equivalent of Amaru Polka, who's a pole this race. And Anon will start pole second. Second is Sakushika Iori. Then in the second row we have Michiru and Penguin Pina. Row number 3 is Rita and Lua. And then we have Nenen, Amiji, and Nen. Followed by Meno, Miami, and Shiki. Amiya Aranja, Utatani Nasa, and Reina Sun. Burin, Uruka, and Pippa. Followed by Shelia, Shi, and Yura. Luto, Iku, and Isla. Kazune, Lisa, and Hanabi. And finally, Nia, Lumi, and Charlotte. That is your grid for this 17-lap race at Barber. Going to be set to begin just momentarily. Just need to tap down. Just need to tap down something, and then we are set to begin here. All right, here we go. Yeah. I don't want to keep you guys waiting, so let's just skip to the middle of the pace lap. This is good. Just to start. Round number 2, road course racing at Barber Motorsports Park. After this, we're going to Homestead-Miami for the first oval race of this series. So, please look forward to that. As my secondary laptop goes snooze, hold on a moment. We'll be set to begin. Okay, so they go into the main straightaway. Round number 2 here at Barber, with an unknown leading everyone off to green. Let's do this. On to the first couple turns. Everyone packed early on. Penguin Pina second. Kushka Iori third. Few cars going through the grass. And on slows down a bit. Let's Iori and Pina go ahead of her for a brief moment. Lumi trying to gain some ground early on. Remember, these sorts of AI-controlled races, cars will get packed early on, trying to bump bike for position, at the risk of losing parts of their vehicle. Worst case scenario, a wheel or 3. Excuse me. And then it'll end up going single file once everything clears up. As Penguin Pina goes into the lead after this opening lap, Penguin Pina and Anon, Lua Asuka, your top 3 after this opening lap. So it's PRISM Kawaii in top 3. There's an Anon. PRISM Project number 13 car. Tries to approach Pina somewhat. Approach her teammate. As we see Rinko Shelia having to stop briefly at pit. And we scan for the grid. But there's a gap between the top 2, so I don't know about that. Hakushika Iori and Ibuki Meno jump ahead of Lua. And Pina leads another lap. PRISM phase. Gap large between Penguin Pina and Anon. Meno jumps to P3. Penguin Pina's lead is 1.871. no one's out of running yet, but it's still early on in this round. Have a look on board with Ibuki Meno of PRISM Project. Trying to find a way to move up to P2. She makes her move and doesn't quite pass Anon as Non finds an inside lane. And in fact, it's a bit of a net loss for Meno for just a brief moment as Asuka briefly gets neck and neck with Meno. She'll pull back a bit. Mainly single file racing among these talents. Kaneko Lumi struggling mid-pack. Meno will cross the timeline to be marked P3. But Hina continues to lead. It's just that Anon is trying to get closer and closer. Closer and closer now, and look at that. The gap is closing in. No one immediately behind Non. Keep an eye on these two. Anon trying to find an overtaking opportunity, and she does. Anon goes to the lead. Pole sitter for this race has a lap lead. And now Pina is the one having to do the chasing. Namiji Frisia is third, Lua Asuka fourth, Ibuki Meno 5. And a bit of a mistake by Anon. What just happened there? She drops to 3. Let's see where the mistake goes in. Oh, just got rear-ended by Pina. That'll allow Namiji Frisia to go up to P2. Retakes the lead, but she doesn't have her front wing. PRISM, Kawaii, and PRISM, and Fagan Pina, understandably, has to stop at pit lane. Oh man, that was too risky, slamming into an unknown like that. And she's dropping dramatically in the race. So it's an unknown Lua Asuka and Ibuki Meno. Top 3. With the gap between the 3, the gaps between the 3, understandably narrow. Menno makes a move. Goes to P2. And now only Anon is ahead of Menno. And Amano goes up to P5. Just passed by Rita. NASA at 7, Iori at 8, Inokaiperin at 9, 10 Miami, the bot pick for this series to win this the overall championship. Is currently making do at P10. As you see some close action between some of these drivers. Going midway through this lap. And I just realized we're about to turn on replays again. Better write that down, turn on replays. Yeah, your top 3. As we have another car having to stop at pit lane, that's Ricardo Yura of PRISM. Across the grid, making sure everything looks fine in the racing. Luki Menno is on the move. She finds the inside. Goes to the lead. 8 to go. Kabishiro Rita, that's marked 3rd. Menno, Anon, and Rita. Significant gap between some of these drivers. Mafushka Iori's 5th. That's up into the top 10. Wow, I mean, Mia Ranha is currently outside of the points. Not been such a serious for her. She was DNQ at St. Pete, and now she's at 26th outside of the points. And Pina, 29th. Certainly wasting her second row start after that challenge against Anon. Frisia, PRISM, and Kawaii. Going on board with Namiji as she attempts to pass an unknown for second, trying to hold to that position, and does. Good move by Namiji Frisia. But second, third, and fourth are relatively close to each other. Iori passes an unknown. Couldn't quite pass Namiji. Oh, look at that choo-choo train of cars. Look how close they're all driving, ladies and gentlemen. Menno's lead 1.9 on the dot. Unfortunately, Kaneko Lumi and Chikufuji Lisa are both having to pit. Lisa especially frustrating because she did actually she did score. Never mind, she did score. That's it. Yeah. Lumi also scored, but not many points there. Mamiya is currently barely in the points for the time being. Menno, Iori, Rita. Once to get back to the top three. Rita jumps to P2, but it might be a game of chicken. It might be a game of leapfrog. Some of these drivers will be making a move here with 5 to go. These cars are quite close to each other. I'm sure Rita finds a distance, a bit of a distance ahead of the next driver down. So it's a battle for third between multiple cars. Ananon goes to the front of the choo-choo train. 4 to go. Rita. Just behind Ibuki Menno. Let's keep an eye on these two. What move will the PRISM Project member make on this other member of PRISM Project? Well, not much. Menno just peels away. So much for that. Rita has another chance. But look who just joined into the picture. It's Hakushika Iori. She goes to P2 as Rita goes to the lead. Rita, Iori, and Menno. "14 laps down, 3 to go." In round number 2 at Barber. Everyone's still in the lead lap. Unfortunately for Chikafuji Lisa, she's in an absurd distance behind the others. Battle for second between Non and Iori. And Anon loses it briefly. Drops down to 5. Lua Asuka goes back to a podium spot for the time being. With her, interesting ombre, livery. Rita leads with 2 to go. PRISM, FaZe, Kawaii, and Tsunderia, your top 4. Yes, fellas, still anything can happen here. With 1 lap to go after this one. Iori wants to make a threat on Rita. Well, Pulsar Ananon is way out of it. 1 to go here at Barber. Rita, Iori, Lua. .877 seconds separates Rita and Iori, PRISM and FaZe. We have ourselves some last lap drama. This is Iori's last chance to try and make a move on Kamishiro Rita. Oh, running out of turns. Oh, the gap is still too great. And the gap is too significant for Iori to make a move. As it comes down to the last turn. And Kamishiro Rita of PRISM Project will get the victory here at Barber. Iori will have to settle for second. Lua Asuka third. PRISM Project, FaZe Connect, and Kawaii your top 3. Highest finisher in Tsunderia is Inukai Purin at P7. Yuri gets 2 points. Isla Coleman will be the one to close out the points. And sadly, no points this time for Kaneko Lumi. Tengen Pino will finish 29th, completely fudging up an early attempt on an unknown, forcing himself to go into pit lane and ultimately finishing 29th for 0 points. Chikafuji Lisa finishes 30th. That's the race, ladies and gentlemen. So mark down the points. Rita, Iori, Lua, your top 3 at Barber. Why do these spam messages keep going in? These comments are not safe for work when this is supposed to be a safe for work channel. It's auto racing. It's basically auto racing. Rita, Iori, and Lua. Loud keyboard sounds, cause why not? Pipip gets some points for 16th place. Mia gets on the board, thankfully. Lisa gets 1 point. Tsunderia. No points. Namiji. No points. Nekolumi, sadly, no points. And Pina and Lisa. Nada for either. So we're gonna add in the points to the points table. And hopefully everyone is in, and looks like everyone is indeed in. So 1 bonus point for Anon, whoever she is, on the table. From 30 to 31, there we go. And your current overall leader is, of course, Kamishiro Rita, PRISM Project. Next up, second, with two, what do you call it, 4th place finishes, also from PRISM Project is Ibuki Meno. 3rd from Kawaii is Lua Asuka. And then 4th is Amamachi Hanabi, and 5th is Amarasuri. Kamishiro Rita, 76 points, Ibuki Meno, 70, Lua Asuka, 58, Amamachi Hanabi, 54, Amarasuri, 51. And bottom dweller currently is Suzuni Nia with 0 points, when everyone else has at least 1 point to their name. Now let's really turn on replays before I forget. There we go. As we move on to Homestead, the first oval race. The answer to life, the universe, and everything, 42. That's the number of laps for racing. Homestead-Miami Speedway. Oh, look at that! Oh, look at that! What the captcha spells. And the captcha malfunctioned anyway. You hate to see it. Alright. Yes! Yes, replays are on. Yes, we're gonna go ahead and load. 42 laps on this 1.5 mile proper oval speedway. First of 5 oval races, we have a couple of short ovals and some super speedways on hand. As we wait for qualifying to begin, in case you missed it, in case you're joining us, welcome to CorpoCar. This is round number 3 here at Homestead-Miami. First race of the series was won by Amara Siri at St. Petersburg. Kamishurita won at Barber. Now we proceed with some oval racing for the first time as we follow along with Chikafuji Lisa of Tsunderia. Introduced a nice cover of that song, a cover of that song Q, along with Amiya Aranha last night. Pretty awesome cover, I should say. As you'll see, that is a slightly different setup for these speedway kits, for these speedway races. Smaller front and rear wings for these super speedway races. The default kit is used for road and street races and short ovals. The straights are 3 degrees. The turns are between 18 and 20 degrees. 1.5 miles on this oval, which was used in kart for a few years. The kart, the predecessor to Champ Car. As we should go ahead and have the grid set up. And yes, we do have 30 cars in. And I'm afraid you will see neither Nina Amano nor Pipkin Pippa race here, as we've got 30 cars on the dot ready to go. Alright, so let's have a look at pole. This race, it is indeed Chikafuji Lisa. Lisa gets 1 point for pole. Maybe she prefers the speedway racing. Iori, another front row start to her name. At Barber, she started off P2, finished P2. Starts off P2 here at Homestead. Third, Shiucho. Fourth, Yuri. 5, Ashilia. 6, Purin. And then it's Michiru, Sara, and Nia. Shiki, Isla, and Aoi. Lumi, Iku, Kazune. Anonon, Penguin Pina, Rikudo Yura. Reina Sun, Utatani Nasa, Arakaluto. Charlotte, Rita, Miami. Kabuzuki Naki, Fujikura Urika, Namiji Frisia. And finally, all Tsunderia Gen 3 members. Tomoya, Amiya, and Nen. So we're going to race through 42 laps at Homestead-Miami. First of 5 oval races, which I've already said like a couple dozen times already, as we go ahead and get to rolling. Here we go. Everyone's set to go. A nice packed crowd for this first Speedway race. Lisa and Yori, your front row. Row 2, Shiicho, Amar Siri. Row 3, Rinko Shelia, Inokai Furin. As everyone warms up their tires and goes onto the track proper. Just maintaining pace speed around 50 mph. As they go around 2 turns 3 and 4. Here are set to begin on this 1.5 mile speedway. For round number 3 here, Chikafuji Lisa and Takushika Iori lead everyone off to the front stretch. We are green here at Homestead-Miami. Cars scuffling for position early on. Chikafuji Lisa of Tsunderia, the number 11 Tsunderia car, has the lead after this one lap, followed by Shiicho and Rinko Shelia. As we see one car having to pit, and that is Amarsuri. Doesn't have a rear wing. Let's have it restored. Reina-san also lacks a rear wing, but she's still on the track for some reason. As we see some scrambled eggs on these turns. I don't know how to call it. We lose a car! We lose a car! I don't know what happened. But the car is way out of it. We've lost Ricardo Yura early on for no score. They have to look through replays just to make sure. So, no score for Yura. Shiicho pushes ahead of Lisa. Same for Tsunderia. Kawaii, PRISM, and Baze. And Tsunderia. Yeah, some cars go out of pit lane. And the sun's still stranded in pit lane as Shiicho has the lead around through the backstretch. Iori goes up to P3, but will she hold? She's actually neck and neck with Lisa. She'll get marked as P3 after this lap. We are through 5 here. So far, we've lost one car early on, Ricardo Yura, in the opening lap. 22 cars are within the lead lap. 30-31 second laps at Homestead. She leads by almost half a second. Aggressive banking. forward with Tsunderia. As she goes on the inside. Makes a move here on Chicho. Will she stick to the lead? Will she be able to go up to the lead? Not quite. Not quite. Icho, Nia, Iori. Lisa goes down a bit to 5th. As we scan through the grid. And Nia is on the move. Nia and Iori will both probably go ahead of Icho at that point, but Tsunderia will back up a bit. Akushika Iori jumps to the lead. Base connects. Kawaii and PRISM. Already through 10 laps. 32 to go. Getting so closer now. Look how close these cars are in the front four. Nia is a wee bit behind Iori as they cross the timeline again. And she is trying to completely go ahead of Iori. But nothing is doing. .051 separates these two. Iori and Nia. .22 cars in the lead lap. Both Yuri and Dorena 2 behind. Looks like it's a battle between Iori and Nia. With Iori having the upper hand. Looks like these two are probably going to hold in this position for a bit. Iori just won't let Nia pass her by that easily. As we scan through this grid once more. Lumi in the top 10. Lisa sort of dropped down a bit. She's currently 7th now. She just passed by Shiki. And Lumi moves up one spot to 9. Chicho has somehow dropped down to 5. Yes, Ananon rejoins the picture! Pushes ahead to the lead. But Renko Shelia joins the fray and she gets the lead. You're back to second as Renko Shelia just gets very close to the wall right there. Man, that was brief fun for Ananon, but that didn't last too long for her. As you can see, these cars going around turn 4. The gap between Ashelia and Nia, 2.575 seconds. But we're just one lap away from the halfway point. Her lead has gone up a bit, 3.086. As we see some cars struggle to get back into the top 10 here. Cars basically spread all around. The gaps between the top few drivers is just too great, fellas. And now Suzuki Nia is going to make a move on Renko Shelia. They're just around neck and neck. Just one more push for Nia allows her to regain the lead. More than halfway through this third round of CorpoCar. Nia, Ashelia, she. The gap between the two, 0.134. Man, these three are now really close to each other. That's a battle at the top here. Look how close these drivers are. Show to the side of Renko Shelia, but Shelia is a bit faster there. Now on these turns again, and nothing doing this time for she, and she loses ground substantially. Nia of PRISM Project. Shisui Mitru moves up to P3. Nia. 15 to go. It's PRISM, Phase, Kawaii, PRISM, and Tsunderia. Tsunderia is struggling somewhat. Michu jumps to the lead. Finds an inside. And now finds a bit of a gap between her and the next highest driver. So it's a battle for second now between Nia and Ashelia. Michu is almost slowing down a bit. What a chase this is. Between the top three. Phase, PRISM, and Phase. Everyone trying their hardest to get onto the podium. Down to 11 laps. With Michu of Base Connect leading here. Ashelia pushes ahead to second now, wants to make it a 1-2 for that agency. 10 to go. Shisui Mitru leads 1.095. Nia almost locks wheels with Ashelia. Nothing doing with that offensive maneuver this time. And the gap is growing between the two. Nia slows down, loses out on a couple spots. As Iori goes back up to podium, Kanako Lumi is currently fourth. It's an all PRISM Project top four. Base Connect, sorry. Names confuse me. All Base Connect top four. For the next two drivers of both the PRISM projects. Look at that, Rinko Ashelia goes to the lead, 1.688 seconds. Lumi and Anonon threatening here. They both are once again the podium somewhat. 6 to go. Oh, Lumi just drops back. She's with Michiru. Still a bit of a gap between her and the leader. 5 to go. Hopefully we find some drama, some action in these last few laps. Down to 4. .297 the gap now. As Ashalia wants to approach Wall again for no discernible reason, as Kazune goes up to the top 5 at the expense of Lumi. Rinko Ashalia on face connect, 40 down, 2 to go. And things are looking quite good for Ashalia. Her lead is just too great, with almost no race distance left for the drivers to make a statement. Going on to the white flag here. Final lap. It is a battle for second now. Anon goes up to second. But Rinko Ashalia with way too substantial of a lead here. Going on to the last turn, and that should be the race for Rinko Ashalia. She's gonna win here at Homestead. And ultimately, it's gonna be Anon just edging out Iori to take home P2. Rinko Ashalia, your race winner at Homestead. Base Connect, PRISM Project Base Connect, your top 3. Wow, the highest finisher for Kawaii is only 10th. But that's the race. Campino will stop right there. As well as while I was distracted, there's more bullshit spam. All right, let's put in the points to wrap up for now. So it's Ashalia, Anon, Iori, Ichiru, Kazune, Lumi, Nasa, Lisa, Nia, Shiicho, Ruka, Tomoya, Karin, Rakaluto, Toshiki, Isla, Nen, Aoi, Amiya, Naki, Iku, Suzu, Sarah, Mamie, Pina. That's your point scorers. No points for Namiji, nor Rita. Previous race winner's curse, of course. Amasiri misses out on points again. Reina Yura. Let's go lock in those points and wrap up for today. And a bonus point for Lisa, because she starts out at the pole. So, Hakushika Iori of Phase Connect is your leader. Is your overall leader with 80 points. Shisui Michu and Anonon both tied for second with 79 points each. But Anonon has the tiebreaker because she finished second here at Homestead. And fourth will be Kamishiro Rita, just 4 points behind Iori. And the bottom dweller is Namiji Frisia with just a 1 point to her name. Next highest is Navari Sauer with 10 points. So overall leader and leader in Phase Connect is Iori. Your leader in PRISM Project is Anonon. Your leader in Tsunderia is Tetsuya Kazune. And your leader in Kawaii is Shiicho. So that's going to wrap things up for today. As we're bringing in Shelia's car because she won at Homestead. So tomorrow we're going to have a later start than usual. We're going to start at 3 p.m. Eastern because there's Holo fights going on in the morning. And I don't want to clash with that stream. And then just after that, it's the real-life IndyCar race at Road America. Don't want to miss out on that race, so we're going to start in the afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern, for the next 3 rounds of CorpoCar, which will take place at Detroit, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course, and then the oval race at Lucas Oil Raceway. So be sure to tune in at 3 p.m. Eastern on this channel. So thanks for watching, everyone, for this first stint at the CorpoCar World Series. See you again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern for the next 3 rounds. And have a great rest of your day, everyone. And see you again for more CorpoCar. Otsudag.